Airlines have been quietly updating the rules of the game, and honestly, a lot of travelers over 65 don't realize how much more leverage they have now. Starting in 2026, there are new airport rules, accessibility standards, and airline service changes that can make flying a lot smoother for seniors. But the tricky part is they don't always explain it clearly. A lot of the helpful stuff gets buried in fine print, while the paid extras get advertised everywhere. The good news? If you know what to ask for and how to say it, you can often get things like early boarding, better comfort options, and support that's already supposed to be included with your ticket. I have researched and finalized these for you, so stick with me to the end, because rule number 1 is a simple phrase that can instantly stop the classic "sorry, we can't do that" moment at the airport. Rule 13, the politeness power that unlocks everything. There's an airport trick that isn't written anywhere, yet it works better than most official policies. Every worker you meet at check-in, the gate, or on board has a little room to make your experience easier when something isn't quite right. They can't break rules, but they can use judgment when they feel it's appropriate. And the way you unlock that judgment is through tone. A calm approach, eye contact, and a kind line like, "If there's any flexibility, I'd really appreciate your help," shifts the whole interaction. Staff deal with tension constantly, so someone polite becomes a breath of fresh air. When you speak with warmth, you'll notice airports suddenly become much more willing to work with you. Rule 12, free digital assistance programs. Most seniors don't realize airlines quietly added new accessibility tools inside their apps, and these features can make traveling far easier without costing anything. They're usually tucked inside menus labeled Accessibility, Travel Help, or Special Assistance, so they're easy to miss. But once turned on, the app becomes much smarter. It sends clearer alerts about gate changes, offers connection reminders, and simplifies updates when the airport gets busy or loud. Some airlines even move you into a faster chat queue when support mode is active. You can also share flight updates with family members, so everyone stays informed in real time. Before leaving home, enable notifications, enlarge text size, and save a screenshot of your boarding pass, just in case Wi-Fi drops. Turn this feature on once and you'll feel steady and informed, while everyone else tries to understand what's happening. Rule 11, the courtesy override secret. Airline staff have a quiet power most passengers never hear about. The courtesy override. It's not advertised, yet it allows gate agents and crew members to make small, compassionate decisions when the computer can't. They might help with a seat change, smooth out a delay issue, or offer early boarding if they sense you genuinely need it. But this option appears only when a traveler treats them respectfully. If something goes wrong, a calm approach works wonders. Try saying, "If there's any courtesy flexibility, I'd appreciate it," and let them decide how to help. It's a gentle way of opening the door without pressure. After boarding is often the best time to ask, because the crew finally has space to quietly assist. One thoughtful sentence often unlocks solutions that rigid systems simply can't provide. Rule 10, hidden senior fee waivers. This rule feels like discovering a small financial secret. Many airlines offer fee waivers for passengers over 65, but they don't promote them because most people never ask. These waivers can remove charges for seat changes, same-day switches, or booking adjustments, especially if the change improves comfort or accessibility. When you speak with customer service, simply say, "Could you check if the senior service fee waiver applies to my booking?" Most agents immediately know what you mean. If someone hesitates, politely mention that it falls under accessibility compliance, and they'll usually recheck. Keep your ID ready for age verification. It's like a hidden discount program for older travelers, one airlines quietly count on you never discovering. Rule 9, protect your devices and comfort items. In 2026, the FAA expanded protections for essential medical and comfort devices, and it's one of the most helpful updates for seniors. Items like canes, CPAP machines, cushions, and mobility aids can't be forced into gate check unless you personally agree. Staff know the rule, but busy airports can cause confusion, so your wording matters. Attach a red medical device tag to your item to make it clear instantly. Then, when you board, say calmly,
FAA requires this item to stay with me. That short phrase signals that you're aware of your rights. Keep these essentials in an easy-to-reach pouch so you can access them quickly if someone needs to inspect your bag. Don't let anyone rush you. Take your time and stay steady. These protections exist to keep your equipment safe. Rule 8. The SSR code that changes everything. There's a tiny code that can transform your travel experience, and most seniors never hear about it. SSR, meaning Special Service Request. Adding one simple note, SSR 65 Mobility Support, tells the airline you need consistent assistance without having to explain it repeatedly. Call your airline before the trip and ask them to add it. Once in the system, this note attaches to your reservation at every stage: check-in, security support, gate boarding, and even onboard help. Staff see it instantly and understand your needs right away. When you reach the gate, ask, "Can you confirm my SSR note for mobility assistance?" It shows confidence and ensures nothing gets missed. This code works quietly and respectfully without drawing unnecessary attention. Use this code once, and airports suddenly feel far more organized and supportive. Rule 7. The Quiet Lounge Loophole. Airport lounges aren't just for premium travelers anymore, not when it comes to accessibility lounges designed for seniors and passengers needing calmer spaces.
These areas offer softer lighting, quieter seating, and far less foot traffic. If you have an assistance note on your reservation, you often qualify automatically. At the airport, simply ask the information desk, "Is there an accessibility or quiet lounge nearby?" Major hubs like Heathrow, Atlanta, and Dallas already offer excellent versions of these spaces. They're perfect for long layovers, staying relaxed before boarding, or simply escaping noisy terminals. There's no pressure to buy a membership or upgrade. These lounges exist to support comfort and accessibility. While everyone else pays high lounge fees, you can unwind quietly in the calmest space the airport offers at no cost. If these travel secrets are helping already, hit subscribe. It's free and keeps you updated on every 2026 rule airlines don't want you to notice. Rule 6. The cooling bag exemption for medications. If you travel with insulin, eye drops, or medications that must stay cool, the 2026 TSA update is genuinely one of the most helpful rule changes yet. TSA now allows one small cooler bag specifically for medical items, and it doesn't count as your personal item. That means you can still bring your usual carry-on and personal bag without worrying about extra charges. Label the cooler clearly. Something simple like your name or a medical tag works perfectly. When you reach security, calmly tell the officer, "This is a TSA-approved medical exemption bag." If they seem unsure, having a saved screenshot of the TSA policy makes everything smoother. This rule protects your medication from spoilage and prevents stressful situations during travel. It's a quiet update, but it might be the simplest way to safeguard your health mid-flight. Rule 5. Free accessibility seat reassignments. Many seniors don't realize that some of the most comfortable seats on the plane, like bulkhead, aisle, or extra legroom spots, can be reassigned at no cost when mobility needs are involved. Under the updated 2026 DOT rules, you're allowed to request these seats simply by asking the right way. When checking in or speaking with a gate agent, say, "I'd like to request an accessibility seat under DOT's 2026 policy." That phrasing signals a legitimate accommodation, not an upgrade request. If the agent seems unsure, politely ask, "Could I speak with the complaint resolution official?" Every airline must provide access to a CRO. You don't need medical paperwork. A clear explanation of your mobility needs is enough. These seats make a huge difference. Easier movement, less strain, and more comfort, especially on longer flights. Rule 4. Continuous wheelchair and cart assistance. If you've ever waited ages between mobility handoffs at the airport, you'll appreciate how much the 2026 rule improves things. Airports now must provide continuous assistance from check-in all the way to your airplane seat once you request it.
No more being left at security, no more confusion between terminals, and no more awkward pauses where you're stuck waiting for the next attendant. To activate this streamlined support, simply tell the agent, "Please mark my record for continuous assistance, no handoffs." Booking your request at least 48 hours in advance gives the mobility team time to assign one dedicated escort for your full journey. The result is smoother movement, fewer delays, and significantly less physical strain. This approach is especially helpful for tight connections or larger airports where distances are long.
Rule 3. Companion boarding rights you didn't know you had. Traveling with a spouse, partner, or adult child is always easier when you can stay together, and the 2026 Air Carrier Access Update finally makes that possible. If you qualify for mobility or medical assistance, your companion is allowed to accompany you through security, wait with you at the gate, and board with you, even if their boarding group is completely different. Most travelers don't know this, so airlines rarely mention it unless you ask. At check-in, simply say, "Please link our boarding passes under companion assistance." That one sentence tells the system to treat you both as a single traveling party. It's especially helpful for seniors who feel steadier with someone familiar beside them. Even if your companion books separately, the agent can merge your boarding groups. This rule removes stress, prevents separation, and keeps the whole process calmer. Rule 2. Assisted boarding without asking for a wheelchair. Many seniors hesitate to request help because they believe assisted boarding is only for wheelchair users, but that's no longer true. Even mild mobility concerns, slower walking, stiff joints, balance issues, or simply feeling overwhelmed by crowds qualify you for extra boarding time. The key is saying the phrase airlines recognize, "special service request." At check-in, ask, "Can you add a special service request for assisted boarding?" Once added, the system automatically moves you into one of the first boarding groups. That means you can take your time placing bags, getting settled, and navigating the aisle before the crowd rushes in. You don't need elite status, and you don't need to give personal medical details. The note stays on your reservation, so gate agents know exactly what to do. This small request often changes the entire tone of your trip. Rule 1. The 2026 TSA Medical Exemption Expansion. Security lines can be the toughest part of flying, especially when you're carrying important medical items. Thankfully, the 2026 TSA update expanded its exemption list, making things much easier for older travelers. Items like CPAP machines, insulin, heart medications, and liquid nutrition no longer have to be removed from your bag during screening. The challenge is that some officers still follow old habits, so it helps to speak up early. As you approach the conveyor belt, say, "I'm using the 2026 TSA exemption for medical items." Keep a printed TSA card or a screenshot of the updated policy on your phone. It speeds things up if anyone has questions. This simple preparation prevents unnecessary unpacking, avoids public conversations about personal medical details, and reduces stress. Every rule here isn't about privilege, it's about awareness. Seniors now hold more travel power than ever before. They just have to claim it. So the next time you fly, speak the right words, stay calm, and enjoy the comfort already built into your ticket. Click any of these videos on your screen, and I'll see you in a moment.